Happy Monday, my friends. It is April 15th, 2024, and I have got a few best bets in the baseball slate today as we get a day off of NBA because the playoffs are here tomorrow, my friends. Ooh, it's the best time of the year. NBA playoffs, baseball is coming, the springtime is here. I've got a few best bets for you. Let's dive into it. This is the Free Three. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks and plays of the day as we just try to get to the bag together and make some money. I did not put out any videos over the weekend. I do apologize as I was traveling, and it's all good though because on Friday we did not have our best of day, so always good to get a little bit of time to reset, recalibrate. On Friday we actually went 1-3. We cashed in on our Cubs and Mariners first 5 under, but we did lose on the Royals first 5 on the money line, and we took them on the run line as well. We took them 2 different ways. We lost on both of those. So the one time I faded Luis Severino is the time this guy decides to pitch one-hit baseball. Hate to see it. And then we also lost on Bobby Portis points. He didn't play that many minutes. It was kind of a to be announced kind of pick, but I did officially put it out there, so I do have to count it as a loss, even though he didn't really play that much in that game. So 1-3 on the day. Hate to see that. A little bit of a rough start here to the month of April, but we're about halfway through with the NBA playoffs on the horizon. It should give us a lot of opportunities here to be able to bounce back. So stick with me, my friends. I appreciate all the love and support that you guys have been showing me in the DMs. You've been messaging me, but we are going to come back stronger than ever. And as always, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so this way we can continue to grow together. All right, my friends? Now let's dive into these best bets for today. For my first best bet of the day, again, all these picks are in baseball, so I've got a first 5 total for you guys. I've got a few parlays for you guys, so let's have some fun with this today, okay? For the first 5 total, you might know what game I'm going to go to. That's right, we are going to go to the Rays and Angels matchup here. We're going with the first 5 over 4.5, minus 114 odds on FanDuel. Now, in this matchup, we've got 2 pitchers here that have actually faced off with each other over the past week in this same exact matchup. And when we normally typically have that, I always favor the offense because I think they have the advantage when you're facing the same pitcher, facing the same team in back-to-back starts, and that's exactly what we have here with Patrick Sandoval and Zach Eflin. 2 pitchers who are normally the aces of their staff, but have not started off the year well at all. Patrick Sandoval on the year has its 1-2 record with a 6.57 ERA, while Zach Eflin is 1-2 with a 6.35 ERA. So you definitely don't like to see that. Those are not numbers that you definitely don't want to back. And when you look at the numbers even more in depth, both of these teams are a little bit on the bottom side in terms of runs scored in the first 5 innings, but over the last several games, the offense have picked up for both of these teams as they're averaging about 3 runs per game over the first 5 innings for both of these teams individually. So that alone puts us at about 6 runs between those 2 teams just on what their offense is doing, not counting how bad the form has been for each of these pitchers. So let's look at Patrick Sandoval first. So far to start this year, it's just been a very dismal year for Patrick Sandoval. He's had 3 starts, like I mentioned. He has a 6.57 ERA to go with 15 strikeouts over 12 innings. So that's not really going to get it done there at all. In his first matchup of the year, he went 1 2/3 innings. He gave up 6 hits to go with 5 runs and an 11-3 loss to the Orioles. In his next start against the Miami Marlins, he bounced back a little bit, 5 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. But when that Marlins offense, they're not really that good. And then now the Tampa Bay Rays, he faced in his last matchup, 6 hits, 4 earned runs given up, and which was a 6-4 loss there for the Angels. So again, that is not what I'm looking for when I'm looking at teams here. It's just not good pitching that I'm seeing. And with Sandoval, even though he's getting more strikeouts, he had 6 strikeouts in the last start, it's still not enough for me to back him here. He gave up 2 runs in the second inning and then 2 runs in the 4th inning in the matchup in their last game. That start was last week. So for me, it's just not enough time, even though we're flipping the home field advantage here because last time the Angels were at home and now we're playing at Tropicana Field for the Rays. Again, I'm just not a fan of either of these pitchers, the form that they've been in. Again, these 2 teams faced off and combined, they scored 7 runs in the first 5 innings the last time that they played. And if I look at Zach Eflin's numbers, it's not much better either. In his first start of the year against the Jays, Eflin went 5 2/3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 6 earned runs, 3 home runs. Again, you hate to see that. And then in his last matchup against the Angels, 9 hits, 5 earned runs, another home run over 5 innings pitched. He did have a bounce back performance against the Rangers where he went 6 1/3 innings. He only gave up 5 hits and 1 earned run. So that kind of tells you what Eflin is capable of. But again, I just don't like the form that he's been in. And because both of these offenses have been charting upwards, I'm just going with the first 5 over 4.5 runs here. And then again, because these 2 teams faced off not too long ago last week, I think the advantage sticks with the offense here when you have a pitcher who's going back-to-back starts against the same team. So give me first 5 5 over 4.5 here as my first best bet of the day. Now for my second best bet of the day, we are going to go with the money line 2-team steam here. We've got 2 teams that should be able to get it done here on the money line, and we're going to go with the Phillies on the money line. We're going to parlay that with the Cardinals on the money line. That gets you to plus 115 odds. Now I do like both of these teams on the run line. If you want to take these as individual plays, I'm not opposed to that. The Phillies are taking on the Rockies, and the Rockies are selling Cal Quantrill to the mound, and that's just really a fade of him. Now Aaron Nola has not been exactly the most consistent guy on the mound for the Phillies this year. 2-1 on the year with a 4.5 ERA, but he's certainly not Cal Quantrill, who's 0-2 with a 7.2 ERA. Quantrill is just not that good of a pitcher. For me, he's faced some really tough lineups, and the Phillies lineup just does not get any easier. Even though the Phillies lineup has not been hitting and swinging the bat as well as we're used to them seeing, this could be a game or opponent here that gives them that bounce back performance. In 3 starts for Quantrill, he's faced the Diamondbacks twice for a combined 11 innings against them, and in both of those starts, 17 hits given up to go with 8 earned runs with 4 home runs. That is the concerning part. 4 home runs over those 2 starts, and this Phillies offense that has Bryce Harper, that has Alex Bohm, that has Kyle Schwarber, they can easily smack a few out, and that's the concerning part. He also faced the Cubs in between those 2 starts against the Diamondbacks. 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 walks. Again, another point of concern there. So Cal Quantrill is just not a guy that I can get to the slate with. Are the Rockies a little bit better than what some people have assumed them so far this year? Yeah, but still 4-12 on the year, 2-8 on the road. Phillies are a little bit off to a slow start, but they're at home. I like Aaron Nola the way that he's been looking. He's been a little bit inconsistent, but that was really just due to his really bad start against the Braves to start off the year, where he gave 11 hits and 6 earned runs and 2 home runs. But that's also the Atlanta Braves. After that matchup, he went against the Nationals, where in 5 2/3 innings of 2-hit shutout baseball, and then his last start against the Cardinals, he went 6 innings of 3-hit, 2 earned run baseball. So you love to see that, and he only gave up 2 mistake pitches, which is where the runs came from on 2 home runs. So I do like the Phillies here in this matchup at home. Now for the second leg of the parlay, we're going to go with the Cardinals here as they are taking on the Oakland Athletics. Now both of these teams are 7-9 on the year. The Oakland Athletics are another team that's kind of overperformed a little bit. It's hard for me to get to the book here with them based on who they're starting in this game. We've got Sonny Gray, who's on the mound for the Cardinals. You saw me fade him last time he started, and he pitched amazing in that game. 5 innings, no runs given up, very, very sharp. He was striking out batters left and right. You love to see that. Now, Rod Strickland on the other side, 0-3 to start the year, 5.5 ERA in his last matchup against the Rangers, 6 innings, 11 hits, 6 earned runs given up. Earlier this year against the Guardians, 7 hits, 5 earned runs over 5 innings. That's not going to get it done. So I think that the Cardinals will have the advantage here. Sonny Gray is very, very good, and they also do have a really good bullpen as well. So for me, that is what I'm looking for. So give me Sonny Gray here. Give me the Cardinals here on the money line. We're parlaying out the Phillies on the money line. That gets us to plus 114 odds. Can't be too bad at that. Now for my last best bet of the day, we're going to go with a 2-team steam here. Well, it's going to be a player prop parlay, what I call the triple P, the PPP player prop parlay, but it's going to be a little bit different. Normally I give you guys like a hitter parlay. We're going to switch it up a little bit here, and we're going to go with Chris Bassett to go over 1.5 walks, and then we're going to go Marcell Ozuna over 1+ hit. You parlay those together, that gets you plus 115 odds. Now, so Chris Bassett is on the mound for the Blue Jays today, and he's probably been the best pitcher in this Blue Jays rotation, in all honesty, with Kevin Gausman dealing with some injuries. He's not looked really good, and now the Bassett is taking on the New York Yankees. But this is the thing, Bassett, he's so far in the year 1-2 on the year with a 5.06 ERA, but in every start this year, 2 walks against the Rays, 3 walks against Houston, 4 walks against the Mariners. So he's gone up in walks in each of those games, which has been a little bit concerning, but that's also because he's gone a little bit deeper in each of those games as well. And I do think that he can go deep into this matchup as the Yankees are sending Luis Gil to the mound. So I think that this is going to be a matchup where either of these teams can win it. I do think that the advantage is with the Jays here, but the Yankees are the #1 team in Major Leagues in walks per game. Ever since that Juan Soto's come into that lineup, it's like they've been completely transformed. They went from a strikeout team to actually taking pitchers. We've seen that with Volpe. We've seen that with Stan. We've seen with a few guys in the lineup who are willing to take walks. So because of that, I think that Bassett's a guy who struggles with his command at times, and the fact that you've got a guy like Soto leading up that lineup, the fact that you've got somebody like Volpe who's willing to take walks, and the Yankees, like I said, lead the league in walks. There's no reason why we should not get 2 walks today, and I think Bassett is going to go deep in this game, at least 5 to 6 innings. His total outs line is at 17.5. juice to the over. So I expect him to go 6 innings, which I think he will. So for me, I think he's going to be able to get 2 walks here. Now, Marcell Ozuna to get 1 hit, there's no reason why he should not get 1 hit. Why? Because this guy's been on an absolute tear to start the year. The only game that Ozuna has not gotten a hit this year is the first game of the season. Every other game he's played, he's gotten a hit. He's batting .429 over the last 7 games, .373 over the last 15 games. I mean, that's absolutely incredible to think about. In 59 at-bats, this guy has literally 22 hits. So the only game that he has not gotten a hit, like I mentioned, was the first game of the year. Yesterday, he added 3 hits to go with 1 home run and 4 RBI. So that's the type of form that he's in. He had 1 hit the day before that and another RBI. The day before that, he had 3 hits, 1 home run, another 3 RBIs. So he's not just hitting and getting hits, he's hitting home runs. So you might want to look at his home run line. You maybe want to look at his hit run RBI line. I mean, there's so many different things that you could take with Ozuna, and I'm going to keep riding the hot hand with Ozuna until the wheels fall off the wagon here. So I really like him today. And then I also like the fact that he's facing a pitcher in the Astros who's supposed to send Spencer, I don't even know how you say his last name, R.G. Hetty, right to the mound. And in his 1 start to start the year against the Kansas City Royals, 3 hits, 7 hits, 7 earned runs. This Braves offense is a lot more potent than that Royals offense, and they crush right-handed hitting a lot more. So for me, I don't think that Spencer R.G. Hetty, how you ever say his name, is going to be able to get through this lineup very deep, go 4 or 5 innings. Ozuna should be able to get at least 1 hit off of him. So give me Marcell Ozuna to get 1 hit, Chris Bassitt to get 2 walks. That should get us done here for plus 115 odds to wrap us up. Well, that's it for me today, my friends. 3 best bets, 3 winners that I had your way on the baseball card. Give me a 2-team steam on the Cardinals and Phillies on the money line. Give me the first 5 over in the Rays and Angels game. And then also give me a little player prop parlay with Ozuna to get 1 hit and then Chris Bassitt to do 2 walks. Tomorrow I'll have some NBA plays in the playoff games. So we have the Western Conference playoff matchups coming up. Oh my goodness. The Pelicans, the Warriors, the Lakers, the Kings. I mean, there's so many great games that are on tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I'll have some picks and plays for you guys with a few baseball sprinkled in there as well. All right, my friends, if you want some more picks and plays, click the link in the free Discord group. I'll have my Nerfy loading up in a little bit as well. All right, my friends, appreciate the love and support. I'll see you on the next video. Later, gang.